Phil Kohler, gird your loins and pack your suitcase, my friend.
My loins are always girded.
Well, that must be very uncomfortable for you in the sitting times.
Yep.
In the times where you're sitting. This is Enter the Gungeon. We're gonna do that. Enter that Gungeon. This is a roguelike shooter from a developer called Dodge Roll, which is appropriate because holy shit, you're gonna dodge roll so much when you're playing this game.
I was gonna open by asking what a gungeon is, but it's become very evident very quickly.
Yeah, I think the whole thing takes place inside a gun. I think it has like a lot to say about gun control and stuff like that. Or actually, it probably doesn't, because in this game, guns are pretty radical.
Yeah.
So a few things that it does, really, few cool things that it does. So you can dodge roll at any time.
Sure.
And during that animation, you can use it to jump over pits and stuff. You can use it to avoid obstacles. You can also use it to avoid bullets, but only for like a certain part of the animation. Like you jump in the air.
Sure.
While you're airborne, bullets won't touch you. Some enemies like will blast shotguns at you, and when those are coming your way, like you have to dodge roll out of the way. Another cool thing you can do is a lot of objects in the environment are interactive, so there's exploding barrels you can roll into a group of enemies and then shoot it to take them all out. Or the coolest thing is you can flip tables up and use them as cover.
Yeah, I'm seeing you do that. That's pretty rad. Let me ask you this, looking at the map here, would it be safe to call this a roguelike?
Yeah, I mean, I did say that at the top of the video, Phil.
Sure.
Gosh, I just wish you just pay attention.
Try not to listen.
I know. Yeah, it is a roguelike. You're gonna die and start over a lot. The dungeon is completely randomized. Here you can see now I'm like in the shit. And this is the parts where like the dodge roll is a absolute necessity, because enemies will come at you a lot, and very much like a Binding of Isaac or something like that.
Yeah.
You want to take no damage, and I know that might seem like a no-brainer, but like health is hard to get back. Is very hard to get back.
Sure.
You can buy it. There's a store that you can save up your money and spend it there, but obviously you want to be buying power-ups and shit like that.
Is there ever anything in those barrels? Ever any health in there?
I feel like yes, maybe sometimes, but that might just be psychosomatic. Yeah, totally. Another cool thing, the enemies will use cover as well, so you can see that bullet enemy just flip that table up, and
they're kind of adorable too.
Yeah, less so when you're like about to die.
This is like reminding me of like it's Binding of Isaac, but if the enemies were kind of cute instead of kind of disgusting.
Made out of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. There are a few kind of cool things that it does. If you've played Nuclear Throne, I think a lot of this stuff is going to make sense to you. Here I've found a heart piece. That'll heal me up. And a pistol that is shittier than the pistol that I already had. So that's not going to be especially helpful. You can hold 3 weapons.
How can you tell that it's worse?
Well, it doesn't. I just know because I've used it.
Oh, okay.
But that scale to the right there is its ammo. It has less ammo than my starting pistol. You can pick up ammo crates that will refill your ammo, but the magazine on this weapon is smaller, so I have to reload it a lot more often.
Can you steal from the shopkeeper?
I haven't tried because like I have learned my lesson that I can never ever get away with that in these types of games. So, but I did buy a map, so now I can see all the stuff that's going on. So there's a lot of randomization.
Big level.
Yeah, it's huge. There's a lot of random events you can stumble on in these maps. There are NPCs you'll encounter. Like in one playthrough, I found a trio of witches who I sacrificed my weapon to and got a different one out of it. And then there is an altar that I can pray to that I haven't quite discerned what it does yet, but probably nothing good. And then, of course, randomized treasure. You need keys to open some treasure, so there's like a constantly having to make decisions on what's worth your money, what's worth your keys. Another thing that I think Binding of Isaac does really well, it taps into also.
Yeah, and it seems like you have a lot of control over what weapon you're using as well, right? Like, when you get offered multiple weapons, you're able to just swap between them at will?
Yep, just tap Y, and you switch between them. You can only hold 3 at a time. There may be a way to increase that. There may be a character that can carry extra. There are multiple characters that have different starting weapons and starting items, so you can, in addition to your weapons, you can pick up special items like bombs or upgrade potions or stuff like that you can use at any time. So yeah, some characters, there's a navigator character that starts off with like a really shitty pistol, but that pistol fires very quickly, and she also starts off with a like a compass that can help you find your way around. So that's kind of a cool thing.
Oh, a Slimer, watch out.
Yeah, the Slimer's really annoying. There's a lot of variety to the enemies.
Yeah, I'm seeing
this
that.
is a slime that splits up, and then there's the bullet enemies are typically gun-toting enemies that are pretty rough.
I like the grenade enemies that keep popping up. Those are cute.
The grenade enemies run right at you and then explode, so that can be annoying. These are like ninja bullets that will run at you. And also the whole time you have to contend with, there are a lot of traps on the floor.
Yeah.
Those traps can have some like really interesting interplay. Like you can, if you're smart, you can use them against enemies. I found something called a fossil gun that shot out oil, like oil slicks. And I didn't really get what it was for because it didn't do a lot of damage. Until I took it into a room with these flame jets, and then I realized I could spray oil all around and then end it in one of those flame jets and set the entire goddamn room on fire.
That's pretty cool.
Pretty rad. Yeah, so there are a few really cool mechanics like that. I found a charm bow and arrow that when I shot an enemy with it, they started fighting on my side for a little while. Here's one of those altars. I can pray to bullets above.
Yeah, of course.
But what did I decide to do? I think I was safe. Oh, nope. Okay. Well, the shadows grow darker. Not sure what that means yet, but probably not
It
great.
seems
Also,
like a bad thing.
yeah, I found this badass laser rifle.
That
pretty
seems
cool.
pretty cool.
Got a pretty bad spread on it, and it runs out of ammo pretty quickly.
So
but-
this is a preview version of the game, right? This is not out yet.
Right. This is not out. I do not believe there's an official release date for it outside of just 2015, but it is. Oh, here's a fun trap. Whoop! Almost got me. Floor tiles. It is coming to PC, Mac, and Linux, and PlayStation 4 when it does drop. Yeah, I'm going to jump forward a little bit to the first boss fight.
Sure thing.
So this is the first boss fight I ran into in the game, which I wanted to show off because it is harder. This guy who is basically Vulcan Raven from Metal Gear Solid, which is pretty amazing. Oh no, it's a big bird, or is it a dude with the sweet torso? What's going on?
Gatling gun. Sure.
Gatling gun. I'm very, very into it. Yeah, this guy killed me a couple times before I lucked out. Like, it is a roguelike in the sense that some runs you will just accumulate like enormous amounts of power.
Yeah, you'll do better than others.
Right, just because like of the hand that you've been dealt. Like this laser rifle is making short work of him. Also got some bombs.
Nice.
That don't do a whole lot, but helps out a little bit. Yeah, that's Gatling Gull, which is a pretty fun one. So one more thing I want to show off in this preview build is something called Gun Demo Mode.
Okay.
So Gun Demo Mode, you can see I have more than 3 weapons here. I have, I think, like 100. So here's the Tommy gun. That's a fun one.
You have so many weapons.
Yeah, I just sort of bounce between them like that one scene in The Matrix. Here's sawed-off shotgun. That's pretty cool. So that's pretty much like standard fare. Here's the gun bow, which fires a big bullet that bounces around the room. Here's a syringe gun that squirts poison on the floor that will hurt enemies who walk through it.
Is this mode just like is this every gun in the game? I guess
it's a plague gun. I think so. I think it might be. It's pretty rad, whatever it is. I don't know if it'll be in the official game. They'll probably want to save some of this stuff. So this is the charm bow, which doesn't work on grenades, just sort of blows them up. But yeah, this gives me a pretty good idea of like the zaniness of some of the weapons in the game. There's a pea shooter. Look at that. Now they're just fighting each other.
They're in love.
There's my excellent prismatic spray. Pretty good weapon. One of my faves. So yeah, this is Enter the Gungeon. It's I think it's gonna make a splash when it drops. Because I don't know, I've been jonesing for. I've played Binding of Isaac about as much as I possibly can at this point. I've reached the kill screen on Binding of Isaac, and I'm looking for something else. Here's the fossilized gun. This is great. Watch. Look at that.
God, that's awesome.
It's
that's a
so
good
rad.
Effect.
Yeah, it is. Paint the world with cleansing fire. Anyway, yeah, that's Enter the Gungeon. It'll be out later this year, PS4, PC, Mac, and Linux. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you down here in the Gungeon, in my den, my Gungeon den.